Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The friendship between Wyatt Earp and Ben Thompson, outlaw, killer, and one of the fastest hands with a .45 in the western country, was a great trial to Marshal Earp. He had won Ben's gratitude by saving his drunkard brother Bill from the gallows. In return, Ben had saved Wyatt from being bushwhacked in Wichita. Now, as Marshal of Dodge City, Wyatt would have been more than satisfied to call matters even.
All right, get your bets down, men. Here comes the next guy. Jimmy? Harry? Charlie?
Hold it, Ben.
What's wrong?
We want to see that deal box.
You calling me a cheat?
Yeah. You're a cheat.
Looks like Thompson's finished. Come on, we gotta help Buck. He looks pretty bad. We better get him into Dodge.
Ben! Ben!
You sure Thompson's dead?
You killed him, you dirty tramp!
Oh, that's a fine thing. Get myself all busted up so I can't use a gun.
Shh. They might come back. You're gonna have to hole up in your room.
No, we'll make a run for it.
You can't. You can hide upstairs.
All right, if it's gotta be.
Dooley! Dooley, give me a hand here.
Wyatt. You still friends with Ben Thompson?
What'd he do now?
He just plugged Buck Sandage, foreman of the Circle Bar. Sandage was dead before they could get him to town.
When you start gunning with Ben, that's what you can expect.
According to talk around the saloon, Sandage got it in the back.
Ben wouldn't do that. Where's Ben now?
I don't know. Some say he's dead, some say he's only wounded.
Where'd all this happen?
Out at the old Three Forks Tavern, out in the county. Ben had set up a faro game there.
Well, tell me inside.
Well, the Circle Bar boys sent for their boss, Riggs Miller. They say if Ben Thompson's not dead already, they're going to hang him.
Well, if he's still alive, I should let him hang.
He never does anything according to law. Well, Sandage shoot him up?
Not by himself, no, sir. They say there was about a half a dozen Circle Bar boys in on it.
It sounds like Ben. He never did think about the odds in a gunfight. Blasting away against a half a dozen guns. You know, he's fast, but he's not that fast. Well, there's nothing I can do to help him. He can't expect me to...
Wyatt, how about me taking a couple of deputies and riding out there?
Why?
Look, Wyatt. I don't know Ben Thompson, but I do know Riggs Miller and the Circle Bar boys. They're nothing but a bunch of murdering hoodlums. See, they've never ridden into Dodge since you've been marshal. But ask anybody about them. Now, if I'd ever been friends with Ben Thompson, the first thing that I would...
All right. All right. I'm still friends with Ben. Lord's punishing me for my sins, I reckon.
Well, we all of us got a cross to bear of some kind of another.
I'll go. If Ben's still alive, he'll be expecting his dear old pal. But don't you mention this to anybody, you understand?
Don't you want me to come along?
No. I can't mess in this officially. I've got to think up some kind of a trick to get out there so the Circle Bar won't know who I am.
Hey!
Thompson here?
You'll find him upstairs, Doc. My name's Miller, Riggs Miller, owner of the Circle Bar.
Ah, Mr. Miller, I'm glad to know you. Here, give me a hand.
I'll help you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Doc McCarty said there'd been quite a gunfight.
Thompson killed my foreman.
Oh. Yeah, well, there must have been a lot of lead flying around, huh?
He shot Buck Sandage in the back. We want to know if Thompson's well enough to hang.
I'll tell you later. Howdy.
Hold it. Who are you?
I'm Dr. Murdoch, come to see Mr. Thompson.
You from Dodge City?
Yep.
The only doctor I know from there is Doc McCarty.
Well, I'm his new helper. Now, you want me to see Mr. Thompson or not?
I suppose you'll do. Go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, no, not you.
Howdy, Ben.
Wyatt, this is the most darn beautiful thing. I told Marcia you wouldn't risk it, but you
Nothing
did.
like that at all.
What do you mean?
Come here to put you under arrest.
What kind of a pal are you? What are you arresting me for?
Well, Riggs Miller told me that you shot one of his foremen in the back.
Now, you know me better than that, Wyatt. He was shot by one of his own stupid friends. That bunt line is really something.
Will you just lay back, take it easy? Doc McCarty gave me some medicine to douse you with here. Try and get you to his office as soon as possible.
How many Circle Bar men are waiting downstairs?
About a half a dozen.
Well, I don't want you to make no fight for me. You just get me to a horse and let me make a run for it, all right?
Nope, you're my prisoner.
Can't you quit thinking like a John Law for 2 minutes? I could end up in jail. Then what? I'd have to stand trial, maybe get the rope or something.
Will you hold your hand still?
I had to know. How is he, Doctor?
Doctor?
He isn't a doctor?
No, Angel. This is my pal, Wyatt Earp. Wyatt, Miss Marcia Duval.
Howdy.
Are you really Ben's best friend?
Oh, I'm his best enemy.
What a mind for fun. He don't waste words like I do, Angel. He puts them all in a nutshell.
Best enemy? What's that?
Let me explain it to her, Wyatt. My dear friend here is going to take me down there through those Circle Bar men, then to Dodge City to stand trial for murder.
You call him a dear friend? Well, he's not a friend. If you were a true friend, you'd kill those men outside and turn Ben loose.
Now, honey, you just keep...
Please, both of you, look. Ben's got no other choice. If he doesn't come with me, well, the Circle Bar's going to lynch him. If he does go with me, I promise him a fair trial in Dodge. Now, you get in that buggy of mine and follow us to Dodge.
I'm with you, pal.
But Ben, you
Now,
can't...
honey, you just keep still and listen to Wyatt. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Here, sit down. I think I can stall Riggs Miller for a few minutes by telling him that you're about to die. Where are your horses?
Out back. They were. I'll see. They're still there, but a Circle Bar cowhand is watching them.
Miller's men have got their horses in the stable, huh?
Mm-hmm.
While I'm talking to Miller, I want you to go out and set fire to the stable. Can you do that?
Of course.
I told you he had brains. I'll sneak down the back stairs. When all the excitement starts, I'll make a break for the horses, right?
No. You hide in the doorway until I get a chance to go around there and cover you.
He thinks of everything.
Look, Ben, there may be a hitch. Miller may get suspicious and not talk too long. So when you come out and head for the stable, you kind of cry a little bit, see, and just sort of wonder that way. If you hear any shooting, you know something went wrong. You get yourself on your horse the best way you can and pull him towards Texas.
Wait a minute. How do you know I ain't gonna do that anyway?
Well, you agreed to go back to Dodge. You never have lied to me yet.
He always was a mind reader.
But if you've got to go on trial in Dodge City...
Shut up. Go start the fire.
Doc, how is he?
Not good. Not good at all, Mr. Miller. Oh, he's in a coma. He's got blood poison. Maybe last an hour, maybe less.
You sure?
Mr. Miller, I'm just giving you my professional opinion. We don't have any drugs out here to treat blood poisoning. In Mr. Thompson's case, we had... Well, I guess it happened.
Kind of sudden, wasn't it?
Mr. Miller, you can't hold a stopwatch on death. Guess you better go up there and sign that certificate.
Mind if I go along?
No. Just a second, Mr. Miller. I've decided that this is none of your business.
What?
Yeah, you're not a relative, Mr. Thompson. As a matter of fact, you're not even a close friend. You can't go up there. I said you couldn't go up there.
Why?
Boss went up to have a look at Ben Thompson. Let's go up and have a look ourselves, huh?
Okay.
Help! Help! The stable's on fire! Help! The stable's on fire!
All right, boys, get the horses out of there. Come on, get the horses out, boys. Hey, you men in the bunkhouse, there's water on there. Ah, come on, get the horses out.
Ben.
Some water on that fire. All right, boys, come on, hurry up. Get those horses out there. Come on, up. Look, there's Ben in the dock. It's a trick. Hit the saddle, men. After him.
What are we stopping here for? We don't have too much of a lead.
You need a rest. Come on.
Just give me a drink. I'll be all right. It's right here in my
I'll give it
pocket.
to you on the ground. Come on.
Swing your leg over. Now watch. Watch it.
Here. Come on. Come on. How do you feel?
Pretty sore. Wyatt, they're going to be along here any minute now. Those people down in Dodge will probably turn in a hanging verdict anyway, so why don't you just go ahead on and save them the trouble?
Because I don't like Riggs Miller. Anyway, those cowhands don't know how far this whole bunt line can shoot. Try and pick a couple of them off their horses. I think it's a buffalo gun shooting at them. Well, here they come.
They got a rifle. Take for cover.
Go ahead. Cripple the rest of them.
There's no point in it, then. You've had enough.
You got local. We got 3 men hit.
Getting back on their horses?
Yeah, but I'll make you bet they turn around.
How much you want to bet?
Quart of ice cold milk?
Done, you reckless, plunging gambler, you. One quart of ice cold milk, I always say. You know, you're pretty good with that overgrown colt.
It's no colt. It's a stallion. I'll never stop thanking Mr. Buntline for having it made for me. You make it to Dodge?
I'll be there when they hang me. Get on.
Come on.
Well, I'll be doggone. Angel, you got wings.
Get your hands up, Mr. Earp. This is as far as Ben goes with you.
Now, honey, we don't point guns at our friends, so give Mr. Earp the gun.
It's not what he says, it's what the jury will say.
Are you going to give him that gun?
It's foolish to trust a jury. Ben, I'm begging you. You know better than...
Marcia, give me that gun.
Give the man the gun.
What will you do if they convict him?
Miss Marcia, I promised Ben he'd get justice. Here, you ride in a buggy with her.
You know, if I could use my hands, Angel, I'd give you a good spanking. He's already saved me from the circle bar rope, and if I got to hang and dodge, we'll be square. I owe him a hanging. Come on.
I'm afraid you put Mr. Hunt in a difficult position as circuit attorney, Wyatt. He thinks Thompson's sure to be convicted.
Why?
The circle bar outfit has 10 witnesses ready to swear Thompson shot their foreman in the back. Now, who's going to testify for Thompson?
Well, I can't betray a confidence. Anyway, I don't think Mr. Hunt would want to take unfair advantage.
No, but I still think Thompson ought to plead guilty. I'll be as moderate as the evidence allows.
Thank you, Judge. But Ben says he's innocent.
Very well. One last point. I hope you don't get involved, Wyatt. I know you feel indebted to Thompson, but there's a limit. Oh. Good night, Wyatt.
Good night, sir.
That'll be all, Mr. Thompson.
Your Honor, the defendant has told his story of what happened. Since he is not represented by counsel, the court should be reminded that the defendant is entitled to offer witnesses in support of his character and reputation for the truth. Mr. Thompson, do you wish to offer witnesses to your character?
Well, my pal, Marshal Earp said he'd put in a word for me.
Marshal Earp. Marshal? The defendant wishes you to testify as a character witness.
All right, Mr. Hunt.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Take the stand. Marshal Earp, how long have you known the defendant?
Well, about 4 years, sir.
And what would you say is his general reputation for telling the truth?
Well, I'd say it was good, sir.
On what do you base your opinion?
Well, Mr. Thompson's never lied to me or anybody else, as far as I know.
You say he tells the truth. What is your opinion of his character in general?
It's bad, sir.
The court asked that you explain more specifically to the jurors.
Well, sir, Mr. Thompson is a gambler, and sometimes he cheats.
Isn't he a notorious gunman?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thompson has killed several men in gunfights?
Yes, he has.
And what would you say of his reputation for morals?
You mean with women?
Yes.
Well, his reputation is bad.
A crooked gambler, a killer, a man with no moral scruples in his treatment of women, and yet you say that his story here of the killing of Buck Sandage can be the truth?
Yes, sir. Mr. Thompson doesn't have to shoot anybody in the back. He's as fast with a gun as I am.
And is he as truthful as you are, Marshal?
Well, I think so, yes, sir.
Isn't his truthfulness inconsistent with the rest of his character?
No, sir. You see, Mr. Thompson's done a lot of bad things, but, well, he has a great respect for the truth, and he's always been loyal to a friend.
Are you a friend of his, Marshal?
No, sir. Well, Mr. Thompson thinks of me as a friend, but I can't honestly say that I am. He's usually on the other side of the law.
Then you're not qualified to testify as to his loyalty.
Yes, sir, I am.
Now, how's that?
Well, sir, when I was bringing Mr. Thompson into Dodge, why, Miss Marcia there, she got the drop on me with the gun, and, well, Mr. Thompson could have escaped, but he didn't. No, sir. Instead, he had Miss Marcia hand the gun over to me.
Out of loyalty to you.
Well, we made a deal.
A deal?
Yes, sir. I told Mr. Thompson that if he and Miss Marcia would cooperate with me, I'd try and save him from being lynched by the Circle Bar outfit.
Just what does the word cooperate mean in this so-called deal?
He agreed to come to Dodge with me and stand trial.
And in refusing to run away, he kept his word.
Yes, sir. He sure did.
Mr. Hunt, your witness.
State has no questions, Your Honor.
You may step down, Marshal Earp.
In fact, the state will waive closing argument and ask the court to instruct the jury.
Very well. Gentlemen, the issue in this case is quite simple. Did the defendant, Mr. Thompson, tell the truth? Now, if you believe that he did, it's your duty.
Here's how I see it. Marshal Earp told the whole truth, good and bad, about Thompson. The telling point to me was that Ben is faster than a snake's tongue with a .45. You don't have to shoot no men in the back. And come to think of it, I never heard of Ben lying to anybody, did you? So my vote is for acquittal. All in favor? Aye. We'll go tell the judge. Ben ain't guilty.
Fine thing. Jury sets me free, and right away you gotta run me out of town.
I don't want any trouble.
I can understand that, Wyatt. But is this any way to treat your pal, not even letting him have his guns? What are people gonna think?
I don't care what they think. You're a bad character, and you never caused me anything but trouble. You quit calling me pal. Stop bragging about us being friends.
Now, I know you don't mean that. I love you like a brother.
Oh, look, Ben.
What is it?
Briggs Miller and one of his hoodlums. That doorway yonder.
Give me a gun.
You can't shoot.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Just put it in my right hand here.
All right. If they jump us, we take Miller. I don't want to be tempted.
You better quit this shooting to cripple, Wyatt. One of these days it's going to be fatal. To you. Where do you hit, pal?
On the leg.
Here, take my arm.
Never mind, it's just a nick.
Wyatt, you're hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. Couple of you men help me get him over to the doc's office.
Look, leave me alone. I'm all right. I can do it myself.
There, you see, you can't be too careful. Marcia, you and me are going to have to stay with Wyatt. Nurse him night and day.
Yes, Ben.
What did I ever do to deserve this? Look, will you leave me alone? I can do it myself. I can get there all right.
You run on ahead. Get the dock ready. Couple of you men get this street cleaned up here.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt